What's up, folks? Welcome back to Bearded Wholesome and All Things Baltimore. This is season 5, episode 1. I've been a little bit on a solo hiatus. Uh, this is the first episode of my new season in 2024. I got some really good friends of mine and some special guests. Both are in the entertainment industry, both are local to Baltimore, and they're really good friends of mine. I love talking to them. We chop it up off camera a lot, but my boy Logan James, fellow Mount St. Joe grad, and my homeboy from Park Heights, Lenwood, aka Don't Be Yo, clothing line CEO. What's going on, fellas?
It's
What's happening? What's
Logan.
happening? What's happening?
We outside, man. What's happening, baby?
Logan, it's good to talk to you, man. It's been a minute. You are Mr. Worldwide. You are traveling all over the place these days. I like seeing you post pictures of your adventures and your trips.
It's all green
Uh,
screen, man. It's all green screen.
It don't matter. It don't matter. I like the vibe you're putting out, man. It's been special seeing you grow. Me and Lennie talk about you all the time. Uh, when we started our friendship a couple years ago, you came up as somebody that I know, and he said that he had nothing but love for you, and shit. We went to school together for like 3 years, so I've known you since before we had the facial hair and the
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
we were back
Hey,
in
you
Phoenix Coast
lucky.
doing
You
our thing.
lucky,
Yeah.
too, Linwood. You down there. You barely made the cut for the bearded part. Yo.
Hey
Ooh,
man, look,
ooh,
look,
ooh.
look, look, look. I'm Baltimore enough for all that.
Yeah, man. You got a little fuzz. You feel what I'm saying?
I can't.
Hey, it's all good though. I tell Lenny all the time it's okay. Some
Yeah.
people just can't grow it, but he's got other things going for him. But Logan, I know that this is your first time on the show, man. Lenny, you've been on with me to chop it up before. Um, for those of you that don't know Lenny Lenwood, he is a hip hop artist, an old school hip hop artist from Baltimore, and he has a clothing line, Don't Be Yo. He recently collabed with Nike over the summer of 2023, and he accompanied me to the Odell Beckham Jr. football camp over the summer as well. Um, Logan, I've known you since 2004, man. Going on 20 years of friends, being friends, and you have taking off, man. So just let everybody know that's watching. What are you doing these days?
Man, I'm just living these days, Matt. I'm just living. You know what I mean? I'm an international recording artist. That's what they calling me now. You know what I mean? I'm in position to be able to do a lot of different things. I was on the phone today. We working on new partnerships every day. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that I actually do branding and marketing. You know what I mean? Like that's my niche is creating brands and creating brand awareness. And now we're in a position where we about to announce my first headlining position on a festival will be March 15th. You feel what I'm saying? I'll be performing out in Montego Bay, Jamaica. You feel me? For Hype Fest. You feel me? Shout out to Legend and Cool and Calm and Famous United guys and Hype Magazine. You know what I mean? Poetic Stories. I'm excited about the opportunity, and I'm actually bringing some artists from Baltimore to perform in Jamaica as well, which is we just locked in thanks to my guy Chad Focus. You feel what I'm saying? So he just locked in an artist to come and perform with me. You feel what I'm saying? And then we got a couple more countries we're gonna hit this year. You know what I mean? Big countries, big islands, big vibes, cruises. You know what I mean? So we put artists in position to really be able to win, and not just take their money and go home. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's fun. That's cool, man. March 15th is the greatest day in the world. That's the day I was born.
You
So
gotta
yeah,
come to Jamaica, bro.
yeah.
You
Good luck
gotta
asking my wife that if, in the middle of the work week if I can go to Jamaica. Yeah, that's gonna go over real well, my man.
Bro, listen, I'm telling you, from Baltimore, I looked up the flights. The flights from Baltimore was like $400 round trip.
Oh yeah, you can't beat that.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you
So
feel me?
I wanted to ask you, man. Because Lenwood, Lenny. I have a hard time calling you Lenwood because I know you as Lenny.
Lenny is fine. It don't matter.
Yeah, I know, I know. I'm gonna correct myself 5 times before the show is over. But
Just
um,
go with
you know,
what feel right.
Lenny does so many different things, Logan. I know that you do too, and um, you know, Lennie's, working in the school system with, behavioral health specialists, type situations. And he stayed local and, he really planted his roots here, even though he talks to me all the time about going and jetting off somewhere. And, you've had the ability to do that. As somebody from Baltimore, what is the biggest thing that you carry with you when you're conducting yourself professionally in a business sense and in a performance sense?
So I mean, the thing for me, the thing that I feel that allows me to be able to maneuver in that space so easily is I just be myself. You know what I mean? Like I'm just me. And even in those spaces where we're doing business now, you can only take business but so far with just talking to me. You know what I mean? I have 7 executives a part of my team. So when you talking business, you have to go through the process to be able to finalize, you know what I mean? And being in that space, like, so we do a weekly call every Tuesday, and sitting on the phone with my team and watching those guys and young ladies speak to each other on the behalf of what, you know what I mean? Not just saying for me, like, these people are putting their dreams next to mine. You feel what I'm saying? And now we able to illuminate ourselves. So when I'm in that space, I kind of hold myself to the standard of understanding that the people around me are the greatest. So I have to be the greatest in order to maintain being in their presence. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I tell people, great hang with great. The greatest hang with the greatest. The greats can't go hang with the greatest, but the greatest can come hang with the greats. So I'd rather push myself to be the greatest, but just be the greatest me that I can be, so I can be around the people who are holding themselves to that same standard. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's a good mindset to have. I'm proud of you for working as hard as you've worked. Um, it's
I
been,
ain't do nothing yet, though, Matt. I ain't working. I'm telling
but
y'all
the
right
thing
now,
is,
I don't feel like I'm
you're
working.
putting yourself in that position, though, Logan. You've put yourself in that position to get to the heights that you've gotten to in such a manner to where I've seen you, claw and scratch for everything that you've gotten.
Yeah.
You haven't had nothing handed to you, and we've known each other a long time,
That's
man. And
crazy
we,
because you really seen from the beginning to
yeah,
now. You feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, they know me from, you know what I mean, when I was taking pictures. But you
right,
know me before I even had a camera in my hand. You feel what I'm saying? And
yeah,
that for me, but I'm gonna tell you, because I hear people say, yo, you put yourself in a great position. I never put myself in position to win. If anything, I've always put myself in position to fail. The thing is that God has so much favor for me and so much love for me that He continuously pushes me into a position to win. I never ever put myself in a position to win. I've only created detriment to what I've been doing because I try to lead myself. But when I allow God to lead me, bro, you see, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you see, like, that's the thing. No matter what we go through, what we got going on, you feel what I'm saying? I really fully believe that you can see how strong and how powerful Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how strong God, the universe is, by just seeing how I'm able to live a life that allots me to be able to just see my dreams come to fruition. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what I want to give. And I don't sell drugs. I don't scam. I don't hurt people. You feel what I'm saying? I want to show the youth that you can legitimately run not just businesses, but you can acquire your own resources and trade resources with other people who have acquired resources, and then be able to conduct business with each other that way. Business is not just about the money. You know what I mean? It's about how big we can build without it before we even touch a dollar, because that's the real power. You know what I mean? If I can get a group of people to do something to help me build towards something that I see that's bigger than me, what is that in itself is worth way more than any dollar you could give me.
I understand. And I wanted to ask both of you guys because I mean this applies to the craft that both of you guys, hone. You guys have businesses. You have the business aspect of your music, and then you have to sit down and actually create your music. And like you said, you have a team of executives, Logan, but I know you write your own music. And
Absolutely.
Lenny, I know you write your own. Either one of you guys can answer this. I want to hear what both of you guys have to say. What is the biggest stumbling block to writing music that not only you can feel and consider genuine and authentic while dealing with the hassles of the business side of what you're doing and the other businesses that you have, because it's got to be a lot in terms of sensory overload.
Go ahead, Lennie.
Well, with me, it's something I'm having trouble with right now. Like, cause it's like when I'm rapping, I'm a rapper, and when I'm doing clothes, I'm doing clothes, and when I'm doing this, I'm doing this. It's like I don't know how to mix the three. Like, and so, but I don't know. It's hard. Like,
it is.
It's hard. It's like it's easy to make music, but the music business it shouldn't be called the music business. It should be called the business music, because business should come first. Like the reason I haven't excelled in music like I should is because I was doing all music, no business. The reason Logan do the things that he do, because he do all business, no music. Like,
well, I am like music. That's right.
So like that's the difference. Like it's business. Like business is the biggest part of the music shit. And Logan understands that. And I've seen it firsthand. Like I've been doing this music thing for a long time, and I've watched people like I've had the selling of the dreams and all that thing. So when Logan get to talking, it sounds like some of the same stories that I've heard before, but the difference is he took me with him and I seen it myself. And he ain't had to say nothing because I seen it myself. I was in the $1 million studios with the big producers and like I seen it and I understood it. You know what I mean? And so like, but far as for like wearing so many hats and trying to do everything at once, it's hard, but it's worth it for real. Because like it's fulfilling, and if you don't want, if I don't want to do nothing, I want to stay busy, and it keeps me busy. If I don't like you say, I do a lot, so it's like spreading myself thin, but not really, because I'm great at everything. Like everything that I chose to do, I'm great at it. So it's hard, but it's worth it.
The thing for me is like what I think that so many people took and misunderstood what I was doing from the beginning when I was traveling around and just recording music. You get what I'm saying? Like so many people just thought, yo, he just want to be seen, or this nigga about to be here. He the rapper. He about to be the rapper. He doing this. He doing that. But you never understood that the biggest part about music and the business is the team that you put behind it, right? And so many people, like Lenwood said, you can get sold the dream, but if you don't pull up and look somebody in their eyes and see that they doing, like he said, I took him with me. He's seen that the people that I was working with were legit because I seen them work. It's different. We went to Detroit. It's different when you on the phone and the guy from Detroit like, yeah, yo, you know, I'm this guy, I'm that guy. You feel what I'm saying? I done did this, that, and third. But it's different when you looking him in his eyes and you saying, okay, I'm seeing what you're doing right now. I'm seeing what's on the floor right now. Okay, I can work with this. You feel what I'm saying? So I took my time to really show, okay, not only am I dope at songwriting, you feel what I'm saying? I got a record right now that I wrote with number 26 on the national BDS charts that people don't even know that I wrote it. You feel what I'm saying? So that checked off the box. Not only, so you know I can rap. Now I'm gonna show you like, yo, let me show you I know how I move around. Let's go to the hood, or let's go to the rich part of the city, or let's go, you know what I mean? Let's go and really lock in and be able to talk to the DJs or the kids. And let me see, let them see like, yo, I ain't pushing music on you. I'm pushing lifestyle. You feel what I'm saying? I'm pushing lifestyle, and if the lifestyle adds up to the music, you're gonna be my fan or my customer forever. You get what I'm saying? I'm not selling you nothing but me. So when I come in and I'm moving around, when it come time to write the music now, I have 300 records that I didn't, from the struggle of me trying to get on, that I didn't record it. Now I'm in a whole nother space. My mental capacity is open. I used to take on a lot, but I had to take on a lot so I knew what I was doing. But I also knew that the whole time I was taking on a lot, that I'm gonna have to relinquish these reins to somebody so that they can take on and I can move on to the next thing. Duplication is the most important factor in business, period. You have to be able to duplicate your process, your management, your customer. So whatever it is that you're doing, you have to be able to be so great at it that somebody comes behind you and say, yo, I seen how you do it. Now I'm gonna do it with my twist. Now I seen you giving 100%. Because you gave 100% and I'm do my twist, I might do 85% of what you did. You feel what I'm saying? Now that 15%, that's where you coach me to get better. But I'm gonna stick with you on the coaching because I seen you do everything right. So now when you seeing all of the rappers that's got all this music out, or that you seeing that's telling you they the littest or they the hottest, when you put what I'm doing next to that, it don't make sense no more. You feel what I'm saying? I just want to do the work. So I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna get the work done. We're gonna make it make sense because that's a whole team of people behind me. That's you feel what I'm saying? Like if you look at the signs, it's different logos on here, and I don't own all of these logos. You feel what I'm saying? Like I don't gotta own them. I could just do business with them and let them get a percentage of what I'm doing because they putting up too. You get what I'm saying? So that's the easiest and simplest way I could put it. If you really want to get on, duplicate yourself, but then also stop worrying about the money. So many people worried about the money. I'm not tripping about the money. I'm tripping about getting the work done. The result is what we sell to the people. The result of the work is what we sell to the people. But we got to do the work first for them to come back and even want to buy. You feel me?
You got to be willing and able to invest in yourself, yo.
Yeah,
like,
but
that's a big part of it. A lot of people don't be wanting to spend that money on themselves and invest in themselves, and that's a big part. Like with me, I wasn't able. I was willing. If I had it, I'd have did it, but I wasn't. I mean, but that's a big, like, investing in yourself is a big part of that shit too.
I didn't have it though. When people see me traveling around the country, bro, it was me and my wife outside selling T-shirts.
I know.
We got the whole truck loaded up. We unloading the truck so I can go do Lyft in another city to go get some cheese. You feel what I'm saying? I was with you. We drove up. I said, yo, let me go get some Lyft money real quick so I can move how I want to move. But we be so caught up in all the extra other stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Like now, it's different. I didn't travel. I didn't found some people who said, yo, you are so consistent. I believe that if I put my money behind you, won't show up. Because without you having no money, you showed up.
And you still uses your own money. Like, oh yeah, that's a big part of it. You still use your own money to do shit. Like, it ain't like you got investors from all over the place and you just using them to do, like, you got your investors, you got your business people, and you still use your own money to get where you gotta go to do what you gotta do. Short. Like, that's a big part of it.
You know, I wanted to ask you guys, you know, sitting here listening to you guys talk about the fruits of the labor and the grind to it. You never know who could be watching this show, who could listen to this show. What is the biggest thing about the entertainment aspect of what you do? What is something that nobody talks about or prepares you for when you initially have this dream? What is something that isn't on the talking points to pursuing a career in this, or pursuing just your passion that's music?
I was thinking about this today. You know how parents will tell you that you could go to school and you'll learn and you'll be able to get a good job and you'll have a great life. Remember they told us that, right? Nobody tells you that same time that people are telling you to go get your degree and all that, that same understanding never translates to people in this. When it's time for you to learn how to operate your business, people don't give that same cognitive thought process to say, yo, if it took him, it might take you 35 years to become a doctor. and at the space of learning all the knowledge to become a doctor. They don't tell you that learning how to manipulate your voice or even learning the different ways of business is going to take you like 5 to 6 years of you doing it every day. You feel what I'm saying? You got to put yourself through school. And if you're not willing to do that, because you wasn't getting money from your profession when you was in college, a lawyer not getting paid to be a lawyer before he took the bar exam. You feel what I'm saying? So why would I expect the artist to be the biggest business mogul when they never been in business longer than the time that they've been doing their music in their career? You get what I'm saying? Like, and if you don't understand that transition is going to take time, you can get frustrated with the process and end up leaving the process because you didn't know that you was actually in school or that you was in practice and you thought that you was actually on the court. That's not the jersey that we wear in the game. That's just the practice jersey. You still in, you feel me, AA, you know what I mean? Like you not even on that court, bro. You ain't even get nowhere near that court. That's pre-workout.
Understood.
To piggyback off what he said, the one thing that I didn't know that I needed to know was nobody's coming to get you, yo. Nobody, like, I don't care how talented you is, how great you are. Like, if you don't put yourself in a position to know everything about both sides of the music shit, like not just music but business, like if you don't know the business side of it and know how to translate your music into business, it's not going, like, you're just making it, you like Logan said, you're just practicing. Yeah. And I practiced for 20 years, yo. And nobody tapped me on my shoulder and told me, like, yo, you need to do this. You need to get this registered. You need to go and sign up for this and get and stream this and distribute that. And like, they don't tell you about that part. Yeah. They just tell you make fire raps and put them on YouTube, and then somebody gonna come get you and then tell you everything you need to know. And it don't work like that.
But it only don't work like that if you stay in your city. If you take your records and you move around city to city, state to state, you're gonna learn it. I learned all this stuff from bumps and bruises, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like I remember. You remember Tyler when we was on the live with Tyler for Hire, right? Mm-hmm. And he was talking about how we was in Stank on your studios, bro. It cost me $1,200 to get a session.
That you didn't use
nothing.
Yeah.
Recorded nothing and $1,200, bro. I'm not rich. That wasn't paid for no label. That wasn't no investor. That was out of my pocket. I was hurt. You feel me? We ain't record nothing. But that was the most influential studio session I had.
Yeah.
Period. Because all I did was work on cadence, flows, harmonies, how to do the switches. You know what I mean? How to switch it up mid-bar. You know what I mean? Learning those things. That is so fundamental. Artist development does not happen anymore.
No.
Artists does not develop themselves. So what y'all are seeing right now, you're not seeing Logan H. James the rapper. You're seeing Logan H. James going through artist development. I'm almost at the end of my artist development. That's why I ain't dropped no videos. I ain't dropped no music. You feel what I'm saying? I got one song. The music that you see me upload was to learn how to upload music. I did learn how to get a distributor with Empire. I did a distro kid play. I don't even promote that record because I didn't know what I was doing. So I had to switch it up. I was only going to do one record. Bad Bad was supposed to be the record that for real was. But I didn't know the business. I didn't know that when I paid the producer, I was only paying for a lease. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't know that I didn't know these things. I didn't know that when I go to upload that my lease amount is stopped at a certain amount. I didn't know these things. Mm-hmm. So I had to learn, okay, no more YouTube beats. I didn't know that when I buy my beat off YouTube, and if 4 of us got the lease, after all of that money is calculated, no matter if I got the most streams or not, we all gonna have to divide that money out of that pot. Mm-hmm. Because I didn't know those things. So now that I know these things, now I'm locking in with my own producers. Yo, bro, okay, cool, split sheets and knowing how to do these things. But it costs a lot of money. You're going to go broke. You're going to go broke and you're going to want to quit. It's so many times that I done been, let me out the car fighting the air raid, or, you know what I mean? Like Like I need to get out the car, and it's the people around me that's like, nah, bro. Nah, you so close, bro. I ain't even letting you. You feel me? I done posted like, oh my God, all right. And my people's, yo, look, bro, nah, take that down. Look, bro, we not even allowing you to move like that. What you need? What you stressing over? All right, look, we got you. You feel me? We got you. We see where you going. But that take a lot to be that guy. You feel me? To be that guy to know, yo, I gotta make sure that I'm mentally okay. You know what I mean?
That's a good answer because everybody sees the end result to a lot of people's hard work in the music industry, and they don't see the hours, they don't see the struggle, they don't see the how many times you want to quit. They don't see all they see is the end result, and that's what's on your TV or your phone screen. And I wanted to ask you guys, being as though you're now tenured in the industry itself, is there any influence of Baltimore in other cities or other areas, music wise? Is the city starting to bleed through to the flow of music in other places?
The whole gangster scene, bro, was influenced by The Wire. If any hood in America tell you that they was not influenced by The Wire, they lying. They lie. Every bro, I done been in London. I'm out in London, and yo, this is The Wire, just fam, yo, fam. We see, like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and don't get me wrong, I got big love for my London cats. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't packing them. I'm just saying, like, Baltimore is one of them spots what people gotta understand is that the drug game and the music game has been synonymous for a long time. And Baltimore has always been one of the biggest drug havens in the country. So when you even hear Jay talking about he got my partners down in Maryland, you feel what I'm saying? Like everybody, if you really was on this East Coast, you had to come through Baltimore in order to really you feel what I'm saying? Like you get your stuff off. Everybody know what's going on throughout the city, and then they take a little part. But what we never knew was that there's a business side of what we was doing. Like I seen Lenwood in the 5 seasons, bro. We it's an insider. If you don't know Solomon, you really not Baltimore hip hop, like the OG. Like we not saying you not Baltimore hip hop, but we saying you not from that time. That time
you wasn't there. You wasn't there when this shit was nothing. Like when,
it was
when
different.
rapping wasn't cool. Like when you
it wasn't no podcast to say, yo, come and talk about what's your woes. It was, yo, if you go in that bathroom right now, you might get robbed. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? It's, yo, you talking all this. Let's come outside. Let's squabble. We gonna have a shootout in the parking lot immediately because you said that you was tough, right? Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? Like, and you ain't even had to been on that, but you had to be on that because that's what you said. Now it's like, you know what I mean? And to be real with you, you can't say it's better or worse because if you look at the city now, I love what Baltimore hip hop has become. I love it. I genuinely do. However, in addition, I can't take away from what the people who laid the foundation has done. Because you gotta remember the E from the Wicks. You gotta remember the Lenwoods. You gotta remember the old goons and goons. You gotta remember those guys that was coming through and paving the. You gotta remember Smash. You gotta remember Daddy the Don. You gotta remember those guys so that not only they get the validation that their career mattered, but also so we don't make the same mistakes. Mm-hmm. If you don't give them their flowers, you never know what the soil that you're growing on is. You feel me? You don't even know if the soil can even hold the flowers that you're giving. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, like, we gotta give those guys the shout outs. You feel what I'm saying? The Money Monroes, the King Midases. What King Midas is doing right now is immaculate, bro. What YG Tech is doing right now is phenomenal. Those type of guys deserve the credibility, but then we still gotta remember that it was guys like Smash and guys like, you know what I mean, the ones that I mentioned before that came and really put their blood in the streets. for you to be able to do what you're doing. And I'm not saying that the Roddy Racks and those guys, the OTR Chaz, they not putting in their work because they had Scholar, they put in their work. I'm not taking that away.
Scholar's doing his thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
I can never take away their work from them. I'm just saying that I want to give the same respect to these guys because we wasn't prepared for that back then.
You know what? While you're shouting out all the old heads, I wanted to give a shout out to two of them. They were in my intro video. They're friends of mine, Damon Blue and Tim Trees. They laid the foundation.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, I got a funny Tim Trees story, yo.
So it's two things. It's two things that I can contest of right now that Baltimore has the world in a chokehold. You know what I mean? That hip shit that they do with the doom, the shit that it was in New Jersey and then it went up to Philly and shit. And that's us. Like that's Baltimore club music. That bass line is us. You know
the nigga from Philly really from Baltimore though.
I'm sure, but that bass line is us. So that's everywhere. You know what I mean? Then on top of that, you got the Park Heights strut. Everybody doing that shit. All through the everything, every dance.
And they butchered it. They have butchered it.
They
try.
We have a very big influence outside of the city, but it's like everything else. It's like they want everything from us, but don't want to let us in.
But see, the problem is that with the dance, and the thing is, I can only speak as to what I've talked to Lennie about, and Lennie was one of the original artists on the track for the dance. So I think when I talk to him, he has precedence in his words. If they don't even really, most of the people that are doing the dance don't even know the origins of the meaning behind it. So even though it's the Baltimore culture, and a lot of people are calling it the Baltimore strut, and it's like, nah. But the thing is, it got popularized by the TSU dance group, and then it became a TikTok trend, and then it became, they were putting the dance to different songs, and it totally defeats the purpose of what y'all did years ago. So being as I love Baltimore and I love everything about it, I have a show dedicated to it, and it just frustrates me because it's crazy.
I'm gonna give you and your viewers a quick history lesson of the book. So back in the 70s, the dance was started by a guy named Kent or something like that. Before I was born, but what I know is back in those days, you know how like gangs and guys, like they used to get together and dance battle and shit like that. That's where that dance come from. It's a personalized dance to where it's a basic two-step, but you put your spin on it to outdance the nigga across from you. So if it's one nigga over there and I'm over here, I do the Park Heights strut, then he do the Park Heights strut, but it looked different because we got our own styles to it. So what happened was all these years passed, and it go from generation to generation. It went from my mother generation, then me and another guy from my hood that do music. We carried it through our generation. Just at a time where Baltimore hip hop was not dancing at all. Everybody wanted to be tough. Me and him was doing it, and then now the guy Bunky Jr. started doing it, and his version of it got to some kids. The kids did it, and it went viral. And then his Bunky version of the dance is the one that everybody's doing now, and they didn't even took that and butchered it and chopped it up. But that's how they
gentrified it. Let's just call it what it is. But they gentrified it.
Yeah, that's how that Air Force One's era, bro.
Huh?
Look at the Air Force One's era, bro. When we talk about being influenced by Baltimore, Air Force will tell you that Baltimore saved Air Force One.
Yeah.
People wasn't going up Cinderellas and getting Air Force Ones. You was going up Cinderellas, you was getting some Air Force. And if you don't know where Cinderellas was at, or you ain't never been to Cinderellas, bro,
that's our Park Heights too. I'm just going to throw that little part in there.
But that was just that was just a different situation. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but that's Baltimore, bro.
Yeah, we got a lot of influence, from what he said, from the wire to the dance to the music. To all that shit, like we got a lot of influence in what's going on and shit. We just don't get to participate.
And
It's not that we don't get to participate. We never understood how to establish the business together. You gotta look at a guy like Mully Man, yo, and really look at how Mully Man was moving all them years ago. It's still that's what I'm. Mully was with the Signs before I was with the Signs. You feel what I'm saying? Like all the that stuff is still sticking today, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And you see it, man. It's crazy how, you know what I mean? Like, I think that I truly believe that if what happened to Caddy didn't happen to Caddy, that we the Baltimore that had a whole lineage of being the hottest in the country and in the world for real. If he was able to do and accomplish what he had set out to do, or if Smash ain't passed when he had passed, I'm like Smash, like 2 days before Smash died, I had a conversation with Smash. He had some money coming. He told me, he said, bro, we got some money coming. I want Bay to get the business together. And I know you know the business. You feel what I'm saying? We sitting in a brothel in Baltimore that ain't nobody knew was around, having a conversation over some boobies about some money. You know what I mean? And if these guys had an opportunity that I have right now, and that's why I don't piss on what I'm doing. If those guys had an opportunity to do what I'm doing right now, the Baltimore scene would be different.
I got you. I want to ask you guys a question though. And this is a cultural question. You guys are talking about the influence in music and in pop culture for Baltimore. It seems like a lot of people, you know, that you guys, you know, deal with, associate with, you know, do business with, the influence is there, the tone is set there with the Baltimore way, but it seems like there's still a stigma that, oh, you're from Baltimore, and then they associate the Wire into the culture of what they're doing, but then they're like, oh, you're from there, you're from the actual place this show took place in. Oh, you might have been in McCullough Homes during that time, or you might have been at the Towers, or you might have been down on Penn North. And it's like they're associating the show, and then they're putting you, as they see you in front of them, in that situation, and it could jade them to you, the person, and they want the culture, but not the person from the culture. Is that a real thing, or am I just kind of looking into it a little bit too much?
No, that's a real thing. You gotta really think about it. It ain't no. It's not as much. The Wire was internationally promoted with advertisements showing how gruesome Baltimore City could be. Right? There's nothing that ever took place in Baltimore to show people outside of Baltimore the true beauty of what Baltimore brings to the table. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's like we know how beautiful Baltimore is. Like we know how great our people really are. Right? But the people outside of here, Baltimore is one of those places that is identified by the least of the people in their town. When we get into a place where we're like, all right, cool, well, we're gonna promote and advertise the greatness, like the big businesses, the different companies that all these Baltimoreans are owning. That to change the tide. Because we'd have been out, you'd have been out, I don't know if you've been out the country. I've been out the country. People see, they like, hey, bro, you don't act nothing like I thought a Baltimore cat would act like. Well, you know what I mean? Let me show you that it's more than just that other people like me. Let me bring my boy Lenwood up and show y'all how, you know what I mean, another person from the hood get down. You know what I mean? We really cool. We know how, you know what I mean, communicate and be effective and efficient with what we doing. But until we step up and show the world, that's why I move around so much. I want the world to know I'm from Baltimore. Proudly, I'm from Baltimore. And I want you to see that what Baltimore has made me to become. You know what I mean? Like, I want you to see it. Like, it's beautiful.
The industry is undoubtedly is a controlled environment, right? They look at Baltimore as clearly out of control and clearly untamable. You know what I mean? And every time they give one of them Baltimore niggas a chance, they fuck it up.
You can't say that.
That's why I'm not saying that's what it is. I'm saying that's how they look at us. And even down to the just with the how just hilarious, just what's her name? She just like they set her up for her to be with the Breakfast Club and all this other kind of shit. And I'm pretty sure that they wanted to do a big rollout and let everybody know and all this other kind of shit. But before they could do that, what she do? Some Baltimore shit. She came back to Baltimore and spilled the beans before anybody.
That was the rollout though. Ain't nobody. That was genius.
I understand that, but I understand. But what I'm saying is that's. Look how they did the rollout like that because of what they expect from us.
No, what I'm saying, right. Yes, you're right. You're right. Exactly. That part.
I'm not saying it was the wrong thing to do. I'm just saying like that's how they look at us, yo.
Right.
And they even use that for a rollout.
And it worked.
No, of course. Why wouldn't it work?
And it worked.
Why wouldn't it work?
Of course. Now look, everybody.
That's how they look at us, yo.
Now everybody thinking just messy. Everybody. But look at how they did Chad Focus. Look at how they did Chad Focus, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Like
that was a little different though.
Huh?
Chad Focus was a little different.
No, I'm talking about how people just jump on and just run with the negative.
Oh, the first narrative that they catch. Yeah, I understand. And then when you spin the block, it look crazy. Yeah.
You feel me? Now everybody want to spin the bend and be your best friend. You feel me?
But it's a lot of that, yo. It's a lot of they scare us.
Of course.
But we play to it, like you said, we play to it though. And we don't do what you do. We don't go other places and show people like, yo, it's not what it is. You know what I mean?
But that's because we grew up on a hustler's mentality. You can't let people know what you're doing when you hustling. You gotta do it under the table. You gotta keep it quiet. I don't want you knowing who my plug is. You can't get too close. If you get too close now, I gotta feel some type of way because you around. I'm not on that no more. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I don't street activity, and I don't even want to entertain no street activity at all. Like, you feel what I'm saying? It don't make sense. It don't make sense. And I think that when we get into that mindset, not only we going to change Baltimore, but you're going to see everything from the content change. You can't get mad at the girls for twerking every night when you got a dude that's outside selling drugs. It don't make sense. You can't be cool with the drug dealer and mad at the prostitute. The young ladies is doing what they feel like. These young niggas is selling their ass on the corner. No matter if they talk about they selling drugs or not, they selling their ass because once they get caught, where they going? To slavery immediately. You feel what I'm saying? So if we want them to stop with that, let's promote the fact that we got guys like a Lenwood who's in the schools teaching kids how to not only that you can have your own clothing line. Let me show you how to establish a brand. Don't Be Yo is bigger than just a t-shirt and a hat that you wear. That's a whole lifestyle. Don't be yo. Don't end up like that dude. Yeah. Let me show you how not to be yo. Because you on your way to being yo. Don't be
that. Yeah.
But we got to step up. So I'm going to say, yo, look, my man got the clothing line. Let me plug him in with my homie. Let me plug him in with Nella Rice, who do all the write-ups, and tell my boy, yo, when you get ready, go holler at her and look out for my man. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's what we got to get on.
I mean, I didn't mean to cut you off, Logan, but my bad, bro. I mean, I respect what you're saying, and me and Lennie have had this conversation before. You know, me and Lennie, we probably talk every day,
every single day. Yeah,
at least once a day we're checking in on each other.
A message every day.
I love it.
You know, I mean, whether I shoot him a text message or I'll call him randomly and be like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And most of the time, I'm on my wind down drive from work, and I'll talk about something I saw, or somebody I that knew him at work, and me and Lennie have talked about this plenty of times, even on air and off air. It's crazy how our dynamic of our friendship is, considering where we are and where we came from. Because I'm from Baltimore, y'all are from Baltimore, but the thing is, our Baltimores are completely different.
I learned that in high school.
And the thing, and Logan, I'm cueing you in on this because me and you went to the same school.
Absolutely.
And we were around the same dudes. We knew who the dudes that got the scholarships were because they were the athletes. We knew who the ones that got the scholarships because they came from a rough part of town and they needed to hit their diversity numbers. We knew who the coke dealers over in Catonsville was. We knew who, could afford to go there and who was there on a little bit of help. And it was a melting pot. But with me and Lennie, we met as adults. I bought his wire shirt, the pit shirt, and I just hit him up after I bought it from him, and I went and picked it up on my way home from work one day, Logan. And I was like, "Yo, do you want to come on my podcast and just like chop it up one time? And I'll let you promote all your stuff." And that's how we formed our friendship. But everybody knows what I do for a living. This is not it. I'm a CEO. I have no bones admitting that. I've been doing this for almost 14 years. And what I do and what I see, and then for Lennie to fight and claw to get out of that environment, and for me to not see Lennie at work is a beautiful thing for us. And we always talk about that, Logan, because like he said, he could have been Yo. I know a million Yos. I've known him for 14 years, and the fact that he's navigated shark-infested waters of West Baltimore, and he's here, is a blessing.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's funny, yo, my boy that I went to college with, he was a CEO in Baltimore. And around the time, I think that the joint with Michael K. Williams that just came out, it was something we was on television for. It was like a local show. And he was just telling me, like, yo, when I came on the screen, he's like, yo, tell me why half my team knew who you was. I said, bro, because I be outside. I just don't be involved in none of the stuff that they be involved with. You feel what I'm saying? I know everybody. I just don't want to get involved in none of that shit.
I came home from work one day and I told you, Logan, I was like, there's this dude that swears that he knows you. And you asked me who he was and like a description, and I'm like, yeah, dude. I mean, you knew who I was talking about. That dude was straight up fucking. He was like eating lead paint chips, kind of crazy, but it's crazy how all of our worlds are rotating separately, but it's Smaltimore for real.
I really look at our friendship as like a gift from God, because there's no way, like how you said, where you work at, I would have been on the opposite end of it. So it could have been plenty of times where we could have met each other. You know what I mean? But we didn't. And then we met outside of that. And also on top of that, I have a stigma with COs. With authority on top of everything, but specifically COs, because in 2005, the COs stomped my uncle to death. So I really didn't have a liking towards COs. But then once I met you, it was like we became friends before the CO thing even came in. So it never was a fact. Like it was like.
Right. I was a customer. I was a customer first. You know what I'm saying?
How did that work for you though, Lenwood? Being somebody that's in authority and having an issue with authority. I guess that's what makes you so good at your job.
Yo, I'm patience, yo. Like patience is a gift from God, yo, and I had to learn it, yo. And it's just it be hard, but I know I'm doing more good than anything, yo. And that shit worth it. Like it's all that shit worth it, yo. Like I don't. Like you said, I'm not in there teaching them kids 1 + 1 and shit like that. I'm in there teaching them respect and shit that's going to help them outside. You know what I mean? Shit that's going to help them in life. Like this is a hard city, yo, and you gotta learn how to navigate through this motherfucker, or you ain't gonna make it. You gonna see Matt. I mean,
He'll be right back. His phone must have cut out. Here he is. Yeah. I love shooting live, Logan.
Cut me out.
Are you good? You good? Yeah, you back.
Okay. But yeah, yo, I just like what I do, yo, and I like that. That's what make it easy. Like them kids make it easy. Like the progress that I make about that shit, it make it easy, yo.
And Logan, it's crazy because I actually got to see Lennie hone his craft of dealing with the youth, like in person. We were I got invited to the Odell Beckham Jr. camp at Gilman, right in the beginning or the middle of July of last year. And I was an assistant coach. A lot of my coworkers were there. A lot of guys I knew were there. I made the connections through the NFL Players Association retired chapter for Baltimore. I had a meeting with them last April at Top Golf downtown. So then I got onto the coaching thing, and I was like, Lennie isn't involved in football, but he's involved with kids. So I talked to the director. I was like, hey, can Lennie come? And he was like, well, he's not a football coach. I said, but he works with kids. Like the man works with behavioral issued kids in Baltimore City public school. I was like, I know you're not from here, but if you can work there, you can work anywhere. This is going to be a breeze for him. So I literally called him the day before and said, hey, I need you ready at like 7:30 tomorrow morning and be over Gilman because I got you in there. I said, bring a Don't Be Yo box and we'll get it to Odell.
Mm-hmm.
And we both got paid $150. I mean, it wasn't about the money. It was about getting there.
I had fun. I got to be with them kids. I got to be seen in a light that I did. Like I know a little about football from my son playing football. So I knew enough to get through what we was doing, but I got to meet Odell. Like I had a fucking amazing time. And the great thing about it was when you first did it, when you first heard about it, you was like, yo, I'm going to try to get you in there, but I don't know if I can. And it wasn't until the day before you hit me like, yo, hey, my homeboy dropped out of it. I need you there tomorrow, something. And then I went to work that night. I put a bunch of stuff together. I made the box for Odell. And before we left, you took the box out of my hand and you made it my business to get it to Odell. Now, did you put it in Odell's hand? No, but you did the next best thing. And we met his mother and I got to speak to his mother and I gave the box to his mother. She asked for my contact information. I wrote my contact information inside the box. And it was one of the greatest experiences I ever had in my life. I got a picture with Odell and the kids and everything.
But see, that's what it takes. It takes for somebody to say, yo, I got this opportunity. Let me give you the opportunity. And then you show up for the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing, though, because we were standing around at the end after the coaches meeting. There were 600 kids there, bro. Plus, it was the coaches, another 50 coaches, and then it was the TSU dance crew. It was Odell, and it was his security, his mom, and at the time, it was his girlfriend, his baby mama. Mm-hmm. And Lennie's like, "Yo, Odell's he's gone. He hopped on a golf cart. He's gone." I said, "Give me your box for a second." I said, "That's his mom right there." I said, "I was peeping how she was following him around the entire day, so I kept eyes on her and Odell while we were doing the coaching bit because we only got to meet Odell for maybe about 15 minutes total. Me and Lennie got to meet him together though, Logan. Mm-hmm. So that was just one of those things where I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna walk up to his mom." And we're just gonna talk to this lady.
That's how it be, bro.
She gave him a hug and said, "I'll get this to him." And she rode away on her golf cart and he's skipping to the goddamn car.
Yeah, I was super happy. She took a picture holding the box up and everything.
I need the Ravens family to help me out, man. Me and Lamar got the same exact birthday, man. I'm trying to celebrate with him 1 year, man.
Hey, that's. We'll just tweet it. We'll just keep tweeting at him. Or go on Instagram, man, because he's always active on social media.
Put it in the universe.
Yeah,
that's why I do. Like I see the background. If my man Matt got the perfect Ravens background, like you feel what I'm saying. Like
what?
This is probably the best.
I say this a lot though, Logan, and I'll credit my wife 100%. Not this past Christmas, but the Christmas of 22 going into 23. She invested in my show, and not monetarily. She was like, "You need to update your headphones. You need to update your camera. You need to update your microphone." She's like, "I'm gonna help you out." So she went and got me a 4K ring light camera to mount on my computer. She brought my neon light out. She put my blanket up. All this aesthetic is my wife. I wouldn't even thought to do that. I would have just been sitting on my couch.
Hey, look, man, that's the whole point of getting married.
And our ladies prop us up in different ways, man. And I credit all that to her. She was like, "You needed something." People are going to get bored looking at the yellow wall and the couch. She's like, spruce it up a little bit.
we'll buy a house. We'll buy a house all day and be fine. But your wife is what make your house a home. She the one gonna put all the.
You know, with us, we cool with one chair, the TV on the floor, and an air mattress, and I can go.
As long as I got a refrigerator with food, I'm good.
I got one lamp and a TV. Like, I'm good. I don't need much.
We can run up some money real quick. All I need, look, that's all I need. You know what I mean?
I want to ask Lennie. I want to ask you a question before I wrap the episode up, because this has been fun, man. I could talk to y'all all night for real.
Yeah.
And I know, Logan, you're over in H-Town over in Texas, and you know, I know that you're over there doing your thing, and I know it's a little bit of a time difference, and I know you got business to attend to with your family. Lennie, you tagged R Long on Instagram. They followed you back. You got you did the whole T-shirt. What is R Long? I'm gonna put you on the spot.
All right, so R Long it's a tagger that's been going. They've been terrorizing the city. But I don't want to say terrorizing, but they're all over the city, and everybody wants to know who it is. And then it started to go viral, like on TikTok and Instagram, and like just people putting up videos trying to figure out who it was. So this is my city. Ain't nothing gonna go down on here without me finding out. So I set out to be the first person to find out who R Long was. So what I did was I put it on a shirt. And I started advertising it like I was selling the shirt, because I know if somebody starts selling some Lenwood shirts, I'm gonna want to know what's going on. So that was my way of trying to like smoke them out. And one day I got a comment on Instagram, and it was like, "Yo, why are you selling these shirts? Like, you not Ricky?" And I'm like, well, who is Ricky? And they like, I'm like, well, Ricky got a problem with me selling the shirts. Tell Ricky to holler at me. So and keep going, you know what I mean? And then like certain Baltimore blog pages picked my picture up and started putting my picture up, like, and they thought it was me by me having the shirts on.
Because you would go around taking pictures underneath the tags.
So like once they started saying that they seen me with the shirt on and started thinking that it was me, I started going to the R Longs and just taking pictures in front of them and stuff. But it was more me promoting my brand. And then one day I get a comment from the real R Long, and it was like, "Hey, these shirts are cool. How can I get one?" And I talked to him in the DM, and the first thing they said was like, I've been thinking about doing the shirt shit for a while, and I think I found my guy. So now I am in charge of merchandise for R Long, but nobody still don't know who he is. I'm the only person that know who it is.
And I already asked you, and you already told me you said you can't do it.
I can't because
I was just trying to see if you were gonna put friendship before anything else. But
for one, soon as what that person is doing could easily end up them to seeing you. You know what I mean? Like what they doing they not supposed to be doing that.
You're right.
Like it's vandalism. Like for people that be
it is straight up vandalism.
For people that like the comments that's going, like when they get to putting my pictures up and stuff like that, and for people like to be like, "Oh, that's Lennie, this Lennie, this," I'm like, damn, I'm glad it ain't me, because if it was, y'all, it's talent. Like I could go to jail for this. But
well, you also smoked out Bubbles from The Wire a couple weeks ago too.
I smoked Bubbles from The Wire, and even the guy Tough Tony. There was a guy named Tough Tony in Baltimore.
Yeah,
putting up all
you took
signs.
a picture with him. Yeah,
I'm gonna find him. If there's a Bigfoot or Loch Ness monster in Baltimore, I'm gonna find him.
I saw Walking Man today in Towson. Or Running Man. I call him Walking Man now because he don't run no more.
I'm scared of him. Like he just Lord. But I understand why he the way that he is. Like when them kids beat him up, that kind of messed him up a little bit.
Yeah. But I'm gonna wrap this up, fellas. It's been a solid hour. I want to thank y'all for coming on the show. Lennie, you're always clutch coming in. Logan, you're my man. I'm so proud of you, bro.
You need me, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely get you on. Before I let y'all go though, yeah, Ricky was here. See, he's always ready. Logan, let everybody know where they can find you on social, man. What you got going on? Where they can find your music, where they can follow you along on all your socials.
LoganHJames.com. You click on my website, LoganHJames.com, and it'll give you direct link to all my music, movies, television shows. You can purchase tickets to our events. We have Hype Weekend going down March 15th through the 17th. We're going to be releasing the whole lineup of all the other headliners that'll be on there. It's going to be a crazy lineup. I hope that y'all can see that. You can also get your tickets to the Bahamas. In September, we'll be doing a cruise from Miami. September 10th, we'll be cruising from Miami to the Bahamas. You can get your tickets for that right on the website. And you can also see all of the interviews that I've done, all the blogs, and like I said, you can get the website to the clothes. Can't see the Angel Park on me right now, but you can see it up there. Angel Park, New Language, Dolo, Exotics, Stoner's Peace, Poetic Stories, Cool and Calm. You know what I mean? We gotta get some of that Don't Be Yo up there, yo. I got, you feel what I'm saying?
I got you.
Lenwood probably the last person that somebody just hit my DM about wearing their clothes. Don't Be Yo probably the last brand that I'm gonna take. If y'all got the brand y'all want, you know what I mean, want me to wear your brand in any of these places, make sure y'all holler at Nella Wrights or Sleep or Brian, and we'll put it together, or even Chad, and we can put it together. But yeah, man, we got some new music on the way. You know what I mean? A new record with my boy Mike Thomas. You feel me? Called High Babe on the way. Just found out today. Just found out today that record that you've been asking me for, Lenwood, not the one we did in Detroit, but the Club Mix record.
Okay.
I finally got the samples approved today, finally cleared today. So you feel me? I had some other samples in there from somebody else from Baltimore that was kind of like sandbagging me. So I had to go and get another sample, and now finally got that cleared. So we, you know what I mean, about to drop some music, man. And yeah, man, that's LoganHJames.com.
There you go. Lenwood, Lennie.
Yeah, well, I'm IG A Mister AYEEMR. Facebook Lennie Walker, LENNIE Walker, and then Don't Be Yo, one word on everything. And I sell hoodies and t-shirts, and these my hats. I got the hats in different colors and shit. Like,
I'm gonna take credit for one thing, Lennie. Don't even get mad at me.
Let's go.
You know what I'm gonna say, because Logan, I'm gonna take one creative credit for his clothing line. He was having strut on his t-shirts with the Nike sign. I was like, you need to change it a little bit and make it differential. You know the pH balance on the water bottles for the water purity? I made him put it on the end for Park Heights.
For the strut, on the strut shirt, that was hard. Yeah.
And you owe me 5% for being your representation.
Whatever. Matt definitely a designer over here. Don't be yo. Like, you definitely be helping.
I shoot you ideas all the time, even though some of them might suck. I'm like, hey,
no, I
try
appreciate
it.
That. I got
say what's up, y'all.
Matt, I gotta get you one of these. The Nintendo Don't Be Yo.
That's hard.
That's wild. That's good, man. Hey, I love my wire pit shirt, but
I told you I got you a hoodie. When you come get your hoodie, I'm gonna give you an updated version of the wire one with the characters on it.
Cool. But that's a wrap, folks. Y'all can hang out in the studio for post show. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's been about an 8-month hiatus since my last Bearded Wholesome to All Things Baltimore show. Tomorrow night at 8:15, I have Ravens long snapper Nick Moore joining my show. He's going to talk about the playoff game. We're going to talk about his recovery.
We're
going to talk about his recovery from his torn Achilles and what's next. And got a lot of good guests coming up. It's going to be some exciting things. Got people from the world of wrestling, from the world of documentary making, and got a couple pro ball players coming on. So I got a lot lined up, guys. Stay tuned. But that's a wrap for tonight.